feel your hip going out as you're coming through. So now, up top again. Now, remember, your front side is, you know, we talked about this already. Okay. Doing the floss, it's all this, right? Now, when you do the floss, you don't go forward with it, you're just hips. And so as you're here, what happens is your front side is the floss. So keep the ball hand up here, just do this. Good, keep doing that. Good. And now let your arms fall with it. There it is. Oh, smooth. Like you see how much more snap she gets with that?
The cool thing is that
on that, and it's almost like you're in a tunnel right here. Now don't come back to your hip. But the whole idea is to stay as linear as possible.
well,
So go ahead.
I know. I was doing good too.
Oh, Chuck, do you have any hitting?
No.
I was thinking the same thing.
So how does that one feel like you kind of turned over? So, and here's the thing. So what we want to do here is practice going up and going down and going up and going down and going up. So up the first one, like a prize ball. That was a drop ball. Try the rise. Partner's ball. So she's still peeled that one. You have down spin, right? Okay. So sometimes when you try and throw up, you go like that instead of coming out on the other side. Come out on this side, right? So here comes, nice and easy as I snap through. Rise ball. Screwball.
Wouldn't you?
It's a good screwball.
Yeah, I was like, wouldn't you?
Now on your drop.
Yeah, I literally did it after I found out I wrote it down. And she was
Like I said, the biggest thing with her is that she just has such natural talent that sometimes she throws a pitch and gets away with the wrong mechanic.
You did it. Now
And
you're
when you're trying to, so remember, the whole idea is,
I realized that those girls wanted her to find out. Because
My hand
they
is always
apparently just gave
facing the
Sun
ground.
They promised him that they
if I want to give it back to
They
you,
both did.
my hand faces
So-
the top, right? If I want to give it curve, look at that.
And he didn't even know that.
If I want to give it screw. So every way that we would hit a beach volleyball, trying to serve it, is basically what we're trying to do, or a racket. So if we're trying to do ping pong and you're trying to curve it over here, you would go hit it on the outside, right? Same thing here. You're trying to make sure that we put pressure on either opposite side of where that spin's going. Okay, drop. That was a good drop. So remember to open your hand before you turn over. Don't keep your wrist or your fingers flexed. Rise. There you go. That's better. So see, the bullet hole's up that way. That had a curved rise to it. Drop. Good. Better. The more you do stuff like this, the more you really start to understand. Instead of, a lot of times you just say do a roll. And so odds are when you're in here, you're still picking it up. You think you're going over, but all you're doing is letting the ball go and then you're picking it back up. Go on there, drop. Drop. And then rise. Okay. So now what we want to do is from here, all I want you to do is do a circle and throw. Nice. Good. So what we notice right there is that she doesn't have an arm spin, right? Okay. So what we're seeing is that all she's doing is going from here and dropping the hand and going through, which is essentially what we want her to do. So when you get to here, all it is the glove hand comes off the ball when your arm hand comes through. That's that's essentially what we want to do. We don't want to pick the ball up like this and try and do it. That's where it seems unnatural. So what we want to try and do is go from here. Okay? Now, take the glove hand off, drop the ball hand down, and then do so. Good, so we just practice that way. Here we go. Glove hand off, ball hand down, and make the circle. So it looks like this. I'm going to throw it. Glove hand off, drop down.
I throw it to the side. You got it. It goes through. Original net.
Glove hand off.
You used to make me do that.
There you go.
You'll be the bear.
Go.
Wow, you're so cool.
So all we want to do is we want to focus on her going harder straight through and just keep trying to do it. And then all we do is
Focusing on my hips not getting in the way actually gives me
put it right here. And all I want you to do is go from right here. So go back.
Wait.
Good. Fall forward. Step.
Keep the rhythm.
Start with all your weight back.
Okay, good.
Fall forward. Step. Good. Meaning.
My third bag.
So she gets better stretch in this walking off the mat.
Yeah, we only have this button. Wait to explode.
Okay, so now we add the next step. From here, front foot. As you go back, bring your
Oh,
glove
you're saying
hand
it's
up.
like that's
And then it goes back to the starting position, and then push it.
I mean, it was a foul ball.
So what do you think? What do you think?
And she'll swipe,
She's already
and
snapping
she
it
can't
just
find
as
it,
hard
and
as
she
she
goes
does
the
with
other
her
way.
right.
And then as soon as she finds it, like she swipes like this with
Yeah.
her thumb, and then as soon
And
as she finds
she
it,
already has a better walk through because
right to it.
there's nothing
then-
stopping her because she doesn't get too far ahead.
So we talked about this in the beginning, right?
Hard to hear.
but then
I'm sorry.
all her things are down here.
We talked about this.
So something she wants to add.
So we gave her the option,
Skip
but at the same time, remember we talked about how the arm swung, and we talked about the elbow, or we talked about and like I said, it's sometimes you need to hear from somebody else, and then all of a sudden we go back to it, and we start to say, every time you simplify,
And then
you
she just
increase,
thinks it's so
you
cool.
decrease the amount of time between land and step.
And she just
Because if you're waiting for your arm to come around, odds are you were usually here and your arm was here. Now you're here.
she just doesn't know.
And here's the thing: do you notice how much more you're upright when you're hitting instead of being
She
down?
came running around the corner right without
More stretch.
and she was running.
And so
Papa!
and here's the thing: she's walking off the mound and throwing just as hard as she does when she does it. And so that's how you know that one, she's stronger than she's been letting on, but two, that her arm is actually faster without going back. So here's the thing: when you go from here to here, do you think it's quicker to go from here to here, or quicker to go from here? And that's the biggest thing. And like I said, when we, yep, people think that this is momentum, and it is. If your body times it right, you can get more power at the end when you do the swing back. The issues that you have are the timing,
I would drive.
and you have to make sure that your body is in this position when you're coming down instead of this position.
Better than baby.
Number two is, does everybody get to see what you're throwing?
It is true.
That's better.
Because she throws it back.
Yeah, I feel like
And let's face it, if she's not throwing it back fast and going through, everybody has a long time to see it because ultimately what I teach when you throw it back is to swing. And so you're going to have time to see the different positions of the hand. That's why you're seeing all the NCAA now where they're all going. And that definitely is the Michael White effect. Nobody in the NCAA did this until Michael White became coach. Nobody. And yet every single one of us in the men's fast pitch and pro does this first, then they come to here, then they go. Now me, I stay here all the time so they never see my hand move. Look at how that snaps in there.
Yeah.
And she doesn't get.
Yeah. It feels a lot faster too. It feels like it's faster also.
It's definitely faster. It's more compact.
Yeah.
And she's not more as errant. She's not going all over the place.
Because she's not allowing yourself to get kind of crazy.
Well, she's not deviating, because how hard is it to do the same thing every time when you're just doing this?
Yeah.
Why do you think when I warm up, you always see me doing the same motions? Because I keep it simple. If you put a mapping program on me, I don't go, and then the next time, it's like I hit my markers almost every time.
Yeah.
And that's years of practice, right?
Oh, for sure.
These kids don't have that many years. Like, we have 20 years of professional sports, whereas they only have their childhood from ages 8 to 16 before they get scouted, right? So 8 years compared to 20 years when I'm already at the top.
But that doesn't matter for Lily. She better start getting it right now.
Yeah, great changeup. You see how much that dropped? Honestly, did you see how much that
Yeah,
dropped?
it did.
That's what
And
she
it was
needs
spinning.
to do for the change, and that went.
So do that more often.
And so now when you go back to the video, as soon as she lands, we're always seeing the explosion of the ball and the chest. The ball and the chest. Instead of the ball and the chest starts to disappear. If we start to do an abdominal crunch instead of an abdominal extension, she doesn't get good. So that one was a little behind. Did that one feel like your body was way ahead? Like that one right there was as smooth as timing as it could be.
It actually hurt my hand too. It's one of the first times.
And that could also be because it had a little more hit than normal. Did I put you guys at 7 or 7:30? Oh, so you're at 7:30.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill my dad.
Yeah, you should.
Are you kidding me?
If you look on, yeah.
No,
No, I'm pretty sure
they're
because
probably
Jaden
7.
was at 7 both Monday and Wednesday. Yeah. Jaden's spot was at 7. I think your dad saw like the spots and doesn't think that I filled them.
I'm gonna kill him.
You should go to McDonald's.
What am I gonna get at McDonald's? Filet of fish? No.
I thought you were going for a shake or something.
I already had a shake today.
Oh, my bad.
LDC.
LDC.
Then yes, you can just get mad at your dad.
Do you want something from McDonald's?
No,
I know.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm gonna go home and like square up with him and then come back. No, Chuck! You're
I'm
my
outta here.
friend here.
He was waiting around because I remember I'm like, because I moved her from 9 to 9:30 to 7 to 7:30.
Oh my god.
And they were going to take the 9:30 to 10, and I moved them to 6:30.
Oh god.
Devin just likes to sit here and
I
watch
just love
here.
the field so much.
I don't blame you. Okay, now, did you see how everything, as soon as you came to here, everything went that way?
Apparently. Wish I could.
COVID.
Yeah, we
God,
thought-
why are you so scared?
Yeah, Hannah's had the 9 o'clock or the 9:30 slot for at least a year and a half now. And it's just like, oh, finally,
Yeah, finally
open up.
earlier.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh man.
But
Bye, Chuck. See ya if I ever get home.
I'm going to get
Maybe I'll get like
so I can show you, even though I'm right-handed.
yeah, you'll be here till
Okay.
I know,
Now,
honestly, just keep
what I
getting
want you to do is
pushed
go
back.
behind that.
Is that a La Cunada?
It is, yeah, I
So-
play here.
when we're here, okay, as soon as my hands go onto this side, what I don't want to see is going,
Chuck, come here.
okay, because now you're getting away from your hand and going this way. Instead, we want to take our so for you, I'm going to show you this one.
Nobody's playing this year.
Yeah.
As you're here, what's happening is when you come out, you're going this way
We did it
and coming
for
through.
14 or so.
Okay, so that means that your circular force is going out here, back around, and then coming through. Instead of reach your right hand, your glove hand should go out this way,
Yeah, we all take.
and it makes it more symmetrical. Meaning, it's because all we're worried about is where the ball
Yeah,
hand
we usually
goes.
make it to
So
the
when you're here, if you're on this side, so
No,
we
we've
start
won it a few
here,
times.
we
We've
go
got
back,
shirts,
we lift up,
pile of shirts in there.
we go forward, we come straight to the side, and then look at where my right shoulder is, right here.
Yeah.
It comes out to here, and now I turn and twist, and then I'm straight down through, right? Because it's the back side that's going to
I mean, it's
turn
convenient,
open
you
and
know,
come through.
You're going to Burbank for 2
When you
games,
go this
know.
way,
We tried
You
doing,
step
like,
there,
travel ball, but you're, like,
and that's why that
traveling
ball's
all
going over
over.
that way, and I saw two of the pitches that were coming over that way.
For my group,
Instead of,
this wasn't.
get up to here, watch what happens with my
that was a
right
good
leg.
fit.
It doesn't go over, it just internally rotates.
Her team's broken.
And
up,
guess
so
what?
you guys
Watch
ever
my
get
shoulder.
back into
It should turn
Oh,
with it.
absolutely. Yeah, I've
Okay,
got.
so that's
I've got
but
a
that's
whole
something
bunch
we've
of
gone over
seniors.
before when we looked at your
I
power
got a bunch of
leg.
seniors
And like I said,
gone
it's just
this
now in
year.
a different
Yeah.
light.
Okay,
So when I go right-handed,
Oh,
when I go from here, I start off here.
get out there again.
This is my presentation. Presentation is, hey, hands are
oh, yeah,
apart.
we'll be
Get my grip,
Did my dad say about
push back,
My dad say about
push out. Look at everything is on the right side because now I'm coming straight through that way. My hips don't move. I'm always on the right side of my body. But if I have to go and step out here, what's going to happen as soon as I jump? I'm going to come over this way. And so that's what the whole idea of being linear is. Going from here, and I want to make sure that the left side of my body comes over to the middle, and then I push straight down through. So that always the back side is going in the same line. Make sense? Okay, so you want to make sure that your left shoulder turns in here.
When we played our scrimmages.
We had 2 other games Sunday.
Okay, so we're going to take a better look at that now.
What's our record?
I thought it was 6-0.
We're undefeated, 7-1-1.
Maybe.
I thought we had 18.
I don't think so. Well, then who did we play, John? We played the Dory tournament.
That had to be 5.
That was 5. There was no way it
Oklahoma
was
City.
5. Yeah.
That's all I
No,
could
we must have had a doubleheader somewhere.
I gotta go look.
And
I know
even if
I
she
didn't
throws
think
that
it.
way for the first couple, it's just because she's not used to what she's doing.
When I was thinking about making
But
sure.
it should help her to get
Yeah.
more of a straight line because if she lands here
No, I know,
and
but I
then
don't.
the backside
Let me look. Let me
should
look
help
on
her
Max
get the ball
Press.
straight.
They'll be under there, I think.
Yeah, I thought we got 8. 7-1-1. Oh, that's nice.
Now, a lot of times what happens is I'll get up to here and sometimes even on a curveball, I'll get to here. That glove hand will go up, but you'll notice my shoulders don't go with it. So the whole thing is here, when you go up this way, when you go that way, just don't let your shoulders go too. Let your arm go,
do that.
but keep your shoulder going towards that way.
Alamany and Arleta. We had a doubleheader here, remember? Alamany showed like 3 hours early in practice.
That's Alamany for you.
Yeah, they showed up so early. It was like, we're here like 6 a.m.
I believe it.
Those, we got 2 of those games in that game.
Yeah, the mission. Yeah. No, now I remember that.
So then the next thing to do is start to work with the weighted balls in this program as well. So if she can start to, so let's do it real quick, just because I want you to be able to use it when you get there.
Alright.
Alright, bye, Chuck.
Okay, I gotta get into here.
Alright, good night. Nice chat with you.
Hey, I'll see you. Oh, I'm gonna be here tomorrow, Chuck. Are you gonna be around?
Tomorrow, no.
Okay, that's all right. Because Camarillo's still on lockdown. All right, so with a 2-pound ball, a lot of times we don't want to throw it. But what we can do is practice going through all the motions. Now, you're going to hold this with your glove hand. I'm sorry, you're going to hold this with your ball hand. Okay, you're going to hold this with your glove hand. Good luck to you. Now, if we have weighted devices to try and go through the motions, she'll feel the muscle groups a little bit more. You're not throwing. All you're doing is going through the motions, and you'll let that arm swing.
And you're not playing Colorado?
Good.
She's playing for Firecrackers team out of the Inland Valley.
Why would you
Which
pull
is
that
another
here?
heck of a distance.
Instead
Over
of,
COVID, we could actually drive her in an hour instead of 3 hours.
But you still have some time to get in
Yeah,
some
that's
Saturday
okay.
games.
The whole idea with the glove
No,
hand.
we're not doing
Show me
Burbank,
how you
we're just
throw.
doing straight travel right now. We used to do travel
Look at
and
so
Burbank.
see what you just did?
Which
When
is
you
great
pointed out,
because,
Yeah,
pointed your glove
you know,
this way.
Burbank, you can work on some skills.
Yeah.
You can bat a few more times.
Yeah.
You don't have to put you on something like this.
So
Not as
when you're
serious.
going underhand,
Not as serious.
let it drop in.
But it got
There it
serious
is.
here at the end.
When you're
Well,
going
yeah,
overhand,
once you get to
you're
the
gonna
gold
turn it in,
division
right?
and the playoffs,
You're
then you
gonna
gotta play your.
When you
Like we've
turn
got it every way that
overhand,
showed up.
you go
Sometimes
this
we've
way,
got
don't you?
15 girls.
Oh, you had that many?
So the same
Yeah,
thing when
at
I throw
times,
underhand.
Some years we didn't, but
Still that way.
Okay, because
Just
we
let
had
it fall.
12, but you know, after the season, the coach didn't want to do it anymore, and the team broke up, and all the girls went to all different travel teams all over the place.
one year I had 20 girls, and they all showed up the first
So
weekend.
eventually we
Never
can get it
again.
to throw it because it's just
First
a,
week
it's
in the
literally
month.
just
Yeah,
a let
so then
go.
I had to
We
start
don't
saying,
want her to do
okay,
it. Now a
10
lot of
for
times
this
orthopedic
game, 10 for
surgeons,
that
doctors,
game,
and everything will say, don't throw a 2-pound weighted
Oh, you
stop.
had a lot of.
If you're going through the motions and
So then
you're doing it
we've been
for
doing
form,
2 teams in
it's
the high
okay.
school division.
If you're
like
trying
a
to do it for
varsity and
power and
JV.
speed, stupid.
Okay.
Because
There's
we've
not
had
many
some.
of our girls take travels. There's so many of us.
And even the ones that do.
Because
They say so
see how you
calm
look and got to here and it started to
All right,
fall
good night.
forward
Bye,
instead
everyone.
of
Good night.
fight it to get up
Well,
to
I'll be
here.
seeing you on TED Zoom tomorrow. All right, Coffin, me and Maddie will be there.
There you go.
Start.
Now,
Start.
put your arms up like this. Good. Turn that way. What happens to your shoulder? What happens to your shoulder? Does it help with the other arm going back that way? Yeah.
That was fine. You just
So in order to get more rotation on the backside, if she internally rotates this shoulder, she can externally rotate the other shoulder. And that helps out. Yep. One more. So and if you have some weights at home or a wind ball, something heavy, just have her go through that. Those are good guides to get that muscle memory because she works out in those positions. Drop it right there. Grab your ball. Let's throw 450. Devin,
Yeah.
just wait there, okay?
Oh, don't worry, I'm not moving.
Your buttocks is gonna get a little chilly.
I'm honestly thinking about going to McDee's. Do you want anything?
No, I'm
Does anyone
okay,
want
thank you so
anything?
much, I promise.
I will be happy to grab someone anything.
Oh.
There, that was a better one, except did you feel a little bit of a crunch at the end instead of this? Last 2. Yeah. So close. She gets, as soon as she lands, she's here. And then as she's coming down, you can just see the head going down instead of staying there. You fight so hard to get tall, and then she's like, yeah, but I'm short. Pretend tall, get tall, live the dream. Live the dream. Pretend you're Devin for a day.
What did I do?
That actually worked.
You're tall.
Yeah.
Yes.
That did too. Wow.
One more. You see how it just has that little cut? All that is because that shoulder just comes in just a little too much instead of still staying behind a little more. Keep it behind just a little more. That's I know it's a fight I do all the time. This one. There it is. Girl. So yeah, I would